Leota, 26-2 coming into the match, going against Brian Bird of Plainville, also coming in 26-2.
We have a good double leg takedown there by Rodriguez. 10 seconds into the match. That's pretty early. We're not going to stand out here and look at each other tonight. It looks like we're going to wrestle.
Rodriguez is a very quick wrestler. A lot of speed. Of course, at this weight class, 100 weight class, you see a lot of quickness out there on the mat.
Yeah, you notice as you look down the list of guys that came to the state tournament in this weight class, there's one junior and the rest are all freshmen and sophomores, but they are good freshmen and sophomores. Both of these are sophomores. No, Bird is a freshman from Plainville. This is his first trip here. Rodriguez, I think, wrestled behind Rito from Leota last year, so we know why he wasn't here.
Rodriguez wearing the black and white singlet in the top position right now. Brian Bird in the maroon singlet.
Rodriguez trying to get that cradle locked up where he can turn for some pinpoints, but he gives up on it, decides to try a different way. Of course, what Bird wants to do at this point is stay on his base without turning his back toward the mat, without getting off balance, and of course Rodriguez is trying to find some way to get him off balance and get him turned over with his back toward the mat.
Well, they make it off the mat. Rodriguez, as you said, is trying everything he can to get the advantage here, and he hasn't been able to do it. He's staying on top, but Bird is, as you said, maintaining his base.
Of course, now we're going to try the legs a little bit, see what comes from that.
Rodriguez is really going through his repertoire, trying to find something that will get Brian Bird off that base.
Okay, he's got it, pretty much got it across there. If he can
get inside over
there. He's outside with his arm, though he needs that arm inside there if he's going to make that thing work for him, but I'm not real sure he really wants to go all out for that at this point. If they were a little later in the match and Bird were a little tireder, he might go after it a little harder.
Well, we go into the second period. Rodriguez would be representing the home team with 2 points, and Brian Bird from Plainville yet to score. 2-0 going into the second period. Bird in the top position.
Yeah, Rodriguez wound up making the choice there. Chose to take down, probably because he feels like he can score better from the bottom position.
They call the bottom position the scoring position, and I think that's Rodriguez's strategy. He wants to get the points now while he can. We're in the second period. Rodriguez of Leota up by 2-0 over Brian Bird of Plainville.
Yeah, you need to score while you're fresh, because when you start getting tired, it gets harder to score.
Especially yeah, go ahead.
Especially if the other guy's not getting tired.
Right. All of these things have to come together, don't
That's
they?
That's right. Bird's doing a pretty good job of controlling him right now. He's controlling the wrist and controlling his hips. But he's getting a little bit high. You've got to watch that. He's trying for that half Nelson from the knees.
And they're off the mat again. 1:04 in the second period. The score remains Rodriguez 2, Bird 0. Both wrestlers coming into this match 26-2. Rodriguez representing Leota and Brian Bird Plainville.
We might explain to everybody that Wichita County is Leota, so
right.
His team is in first place, and they need to win at least one match here to really sack it up. I don't think anybody's going to catch him, but if they win one match, they'll probably be in a pretty good position. And, of course, Rodriguez is their first chance to do that.
Well, Brian Bird certainly giving it his all. He's trying to get a couple of points up there on the scoreboard.
There comes the switch, and he's got it for 2 more.
There you go. It'll be 2 more for Rodriguez, 4-0 now. We're in the second period, 30 seconds on the scoreboard.
I don't know if all those folks cheering on that were from Leota. I suspect a lot of them were from St. Francis and Waukegan, because because for every Plainville loss puts them closer to taking
here
over
we go. We might get some back points here. It looks like we will for Rodriguez. But Bird's able to spin out of it. Rodriguez will pick up 2 more. 6-0 now. Second period about to run out. Rodriguez trying to roll Bird over.
We're getting the count again.
And time runs out.
So we'll only get 2 more.
2 more points. That'll bring the score to 8.
Now, he probably would have gotten 3 points there if he'd had a couple more seconds to hold him, but you have to hold him for 5 seconds in that danger
Saved by the bell.
To get the 3 points. Otherwise, it's only 2. You have to get a 2 count from the referee to get 2 points and 5 to get a 3.
Brian Bird finding himself in a hole as we go into the third period. The score 8-0 in favor of Chuck Rodriguez of Wichita County. Leota. Rodriguez in the top position.
Bird's almost out of there. If he can come on around and face him and get his leg back, he might have an escape here, but it looks like
Rodriguez is trying to wrap him up, and I think he does.
Sucked that leg in a little too far. There he goes. There he goes. He's free.
He's free.
Got the 1 point.
He got the point. 1:25 on the scoreboard, third period. 8-1 now as Bird picks up a point with the escape.
And anything can go now. We're in a neutral position. A takedown to the back is a 5-point move. That could change the complexion, but we have another takedown by Rodriguez, so puts us at 10-1.
Rodriguez will pick up 2 more points. 10-1.
Rodriguez is in a position now where all he really has to do to win this match is to protect his back, but of course he could get called for stalling if he gets 2 and 10 on that. Rodriguez
will be in the top position now. 1 minute left in the third period. It's up by 9.
He goes for that cradle again, and he's almost got it locked up. He needs to bump that knee up a little closer. He's got his hands locked, but he needs to bump in behind that knee and destroy the balance a little more. He's a little bit too much out to the side, for my taste anyway.
There he goes.
He's back in behind it now, and gonna stay on him for a while. Gives up the reverse. He tried to turn him loose there. Looked like his intent was to give him an escape.
Well, Bird will pick up 2 more points. 10-3. There's 18 seconds left in the third period.
We got a potentially dangerous situation there because he had his arm locked up behind his back where he wouldn't have had any way to protect himself. He came down on that side, so they called it potentially dangerous to keep injury from happening there.
So the time clock stops with 13 seconds left in the third period. Rodriguez in the bottom position, holding his base. It looks like Rodriguez will come away from this match with the win. Time runs out. And that's the way it ends, with Rodriguez coming out on top. The final score, 10-3. Chuck Rodriguez over Brian Bird of Plainville. And there you see our 100-pound weight class champion, Chuck Rodriguez, representing Wichita County. Leota, congratulations to Chuck. Very fine match. 10-3, the final score.
That was an excellent match. Nobody was stalling around there. Both of them came here to wrestle. And I think over the years I noticed that the really good wrestlers go after it for 6 full minutes or until they pin somebody.
And those guys certainly did. Great match.